Kaylee, how's fishing going?
Good.
Yeah? Are you catching lots of fish?
Yeah.
How many fish?
I'm gonna catch 7 fish.
7 fish, you think?
Uh-huh.
Anna, how's fishing going for you?
I haven't really caught a fish.
You reeled in that one that I was catching earlier.
Yeah.
He got out of the water, but he flopped off the hook. We'll get him. Whoa! Look at that guy!
I caught a fish! Yeah! Oh, he's heavy! He's heavy!
Okay, hold him over here. Put him hold him over here. Oops, oops. Hang on. Hold him over here. Oh, look at him.
He's like an eel shape. He's like an eel. I think we call it eel fish. We're not gonna hurt you.
Here, little fishy.
Fishy, it's okay. He's careful.
Okay, here we go. Look at that big mouth.
Oh my.
Look at that big mouth on that thing.
Inside. That is super scary. Can you look
Okay.
inside his mouth? That's crazy. Can you look
And
inside
caught
his mouth?
fish.
Ah, it's bloody on the side. You need to touch it.
Oh, I just got a little scrape on his face. He's like, you need to touch him? Okay.
I'm scared.
Boop. All right, so our paddleboard has a leak here somewhere. So I've been looking around trying to find where it is. So I got some soapy water and a little piece of paper towel. Then I'm kind of wiping soapy water on there, looking for things to blow bubbles. So I got a seam on the far side here that I had repaired and not repaired the best, or didn't stick the best. So I was thinking that's probably where there was a leak, but that's not blowing any bubbles. It doesn't look like air's coming out of it. So I'll probably want to seal it up a little better than it is, but I don't know that that's my main air leak. But I was looking over here, and I had some spot there, blowing bubbles on both ends of that little seam thing there. So I'm going to seal up that little seam. I have some epoxy that's supposed to seal up inflatables. So I'll put some of that on there, and then I got to figure out if there's any other spots that are leaking like that. Slowly blowing bubbles there. Let me get my 2-part epoxy even here. Yeah, little vinyl patch that I made there. I put a little bit of the epoxy on the vinyl patch and put that on the spot that was leaking, and hopefully that does it for us. Kayla, come here. You can help me look for bubbles. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have fixed our paddleboard here, hopefully, and then we're trying to see if we have bubbles right here. You see the spot right there? Okay, we're gonna put some soap on there. We're gonna see if it blows any bubbles. You see bubbles?
Yeah.
Well, there's little bubbles, but we're looking to see if it's blowing like a big bubble.
Let's wait. Wait. I have to wait for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? No, it should blow bubbles faster than that. It looks good. I don't know if it's leaking at all anymore, but it's looking better than it was, so we'll call that a win. Spoke a little too soon. There's that spot there. It's still blowing a little bit of bubbles. Looks like of the 6 spots I repaired, 5 of them are holding and one of them still has a little bit of an air leak. So process seems to work okay. I just maybe didn't seal the one well enough, or came up a little bit before it sealed. So I'll fix that up a little bit, and hopefully we'll not have a not leaking paddleboard.
What do we have here?
So this is our adapter, and if it works correctly, plug it in the generator, then this should give us 240, which means hot water.
Hot water, hot water, hot water. Finally. Okay.
All right. So fit our cord. Ugh. Nice tight fit into there.
So we got to switch from
There's the
30 amp to the 50
30
amp.
amp 120 to the 120 250.
That started.
Okay. So if we flip this to shore and the lights turn on up there, then that's a good thing.
Okay. Oops.
Boop. It has power, and it has, they're not bright lights, but it has power. Starboard water heater is the main one we want, and it is going. Oh, and it's charging, and set that to 30.
Woo, it's really running.
Running.
Close this for the fumes.
So we're running. We got our 240. It's coming in. It's powering, and it appears to be powering our hot water heater. I'm going to check to see what our power input is. I was thinking originally for when it was on 240, it could only use half the 30 amps because it only uses one leg into the multi-pluses. But it goes into a transformer first, so I think it might be able to use all the power that goes into it.
We get hot showers whenever we have.
Hot showers, hooray!
Anna, what do you think of hot showers?
Oh. At her old home, it's like, yeah, it's just a shower. And I hear it was like,
Yep. Come in cold and sandy, and you can actually warm up.
Charging at 186 amps. Theoretical max for the two multi-plus is 240. So not quite all the way up there, but we're running the heater, water heater as well. Let's see if I bump the other port water heater on as well.
So that does our dishes. And
That
we don't,
pushes it.
the showers aren't really set up on that.
Oops.
Oh, yep, that flipped it. Okay.
Yep, so if I try and pull two water heaters plus 34 amps on a 30 amp generator.
Okay,
Then it's had enough. Okay,
yeah.
let's not break it now that it's finally working.
Okay.
So we figured out that the power going into the transformer, we're able to use all the power that goes in. Even though it's 240 and most of the system runs on 120 and only 120 goes over the multiplus, that the transformer lets us use all the power for it. So the output of the generator for the running current, it can use about 5,000 watts continuous. So it's 6,800 watt generator, but it's surge wattage, and so it can use about 5,000 or so watts continuous. Works out to about 21 amps of 240. And so if 21 amps of 240 goes in theory I can do about 42 amps of 120 is what I can set the blue power, the multi-select on for the multi-pluses. It pulls the 240, any of the 240 loads come out before it gets to that, and so I got to take 2 amps out for every 1 amp of my 42. I have to subtract 2 amps for every 1 amp of 240 that I use. So if we use 5 amps for the water heater, then I have to subtract 10 amps from my 42. So I can set it to 32. So 32 plus a water heater, and then on the video when I switched to the second water heater on, it pulled another 5 amps of 240 out, so it would have been 10 amps of 120. So my theoretical max would be 22 amps in the multi-blast, so that's why it tripped that. So we're getting it figured out and getting things adjusted, and it seems like it's a system that'll work. I'm working a few kinks out, but it seems like it'll work good.
Dodging the sun. So there is so much dry shampoo in my hair right now because I try to avoid having to take cold showers. So I don't have my Pyrex here, but I'd heat up a big glass thing of water in the microwave and take washcloth showers. Yep. Or just cold. And so this is before.
Now we have hot water.
And we have hot water, greasy and full of, I have meetings and stuff where I have to look presentable. And so I dry shampoo my hair.
Yep.
We're gonna take hot showers tonight. Finally.
So excited.
So excited. Pre-shower, greasy, gross. And we switch sides of the table too.
That's they're showering the main difference is switching sides of the table.
Oh. It's not that we have never had hot showers. We had them at the dock and we have them after passages. But once we anchor, after about 48 hours, we're pretty much have been out of hot water since we started moving in.
We've been anchored here for like a week and a half at least.
Almost 2 weeks, I think.
Almost 2 weeks. Which is a while to not have hot water.
Yep. So glad we have that figured out with our new generator. It also means we flow our air ACs a little bit, right? Even though one's broken, we fan them.
We can fan. Yeah, we do a little bit.
Yeah. Those are the airlock that help with our mold issue.
Yep. So we'll give those a shot. Yeah, and our generator's doing about a half gallon of gas per hour, which is about what we anticipated. And so that's going to work okay. Although we're able to run it at a much higher rate with this 240. So I'm going to do some testing tomorrow. It charged up full pretty quick here. And then we'll do some testing tomorrow to see how fast it can charge without the hot water heater running.
Yep, and even better, we get batteries, so we only have to run it every couple days.
Yep. So.
Onwards and upwards. Woo. Woo. And I have lots of contract work prospects, so hopefully I hear back from, I think I have 5 leads right now that are pretty strong, so we'll see if something comes through.
Then we can even afford the generator batteries.
Oh, first we get some other stuff we gotta afford first, so generator's gonna be next year. I would honestly...
Well, I meant the one we already bought.
Oh, the one we already bought, yes. Yep, so we can afford that one.
No, we're not going to afford that one for a while.
No. And we gotta fix our moldy ceilings. Yep.
That'll be at some point. I have some fun refit ideas, so there's maybe some cosmetic work next summer. So this is where we're at currently. We got 8 Battleborn batteries full of 800 amp hours. We're swapping out with 6 of these 300 amp hour batteries to 1800 amp hours. So the multi-pluses have to have a DC power source. They need to have the battery connected to it so it has power for their internal electronics. So I have to disconnect the battery bank here, and I'm going to pull off. I don't have the other batteries just yet. I'm just getting things prepped. I still have just that one battery. So I may get these pulled off and then take one of the Battleborn batteries or 1 or 2 of them and then connect them up to the multi-pluses so I can run the multi-pluses in the meantime while I clear this extra space out and get it ready for the other batteries. The multi-plus is temporarily set up with 2 batteries. I tried 1 battery and it was blinking at me low battery and high voltage, and it was having issues. So I don't know if it's all the solar controllers trying to put all their power into 1 battery, 100 amp hour. But I don't know. I put 2 batteries on there, and it seems to be happy enough with 2 batteries. Working on getting the other half of this stuff out, and then we put the new stuff in.
How do you like the pancakes, girls?
Yummy!
Good.
Alright, working on getting the new batteries hooked up. One thing I don't like about the layout of the new batteries is that the battery terminals are in a row on one end of the battery. It would be more convenient if they were on other ends, but that was in the picture when I bought them, so that part is on me. But I'm making it work. I got some little L brackets that ended up being too small. I didn't like them very much. So I ended up making these just with some 2-aught wire and 2-aught lugs and using that to branch to the heavy bus bar that I had on the old batteries. I switched my wiring strategy mid-wiring and didn't have the right pieces that I want. And so I ended up just temporary of what I had. Ended up using A&L fuses to bridge the positive terminals on the batteries. Don't do that. It's not a great idea. It's not a super secure connection, and we won't be underway or anything while we're having this. What I'm going to end up doing, I got to order some more. I don't have enough. can end up putting these guys on there, the fused the battery posts, and that'll work a lot better, and that'll work for my standoff. So I'll have my two parallel lines and connect up to the system, and everything is running. The DC power is going, the lights are back on. So we have our multi-class service switches. We'll turn on A first. Chillin', and we'll turn on B. They found each other, and AC power is working. I already went in. Let's see. So you had to go in to adjust the battery settings. I already adjusted and set to the 1800 amp hours. All the other settings I'm going to keep about the same. I adjust them a little bit, but yeah, so everything looks good there. I got to run the generator a bit and charge up a bit, but it looks like everything is functioning. So we'll see how it works for charge test. All right, everything charging along okay this morning. We're running at 216 amps or whatever charging. A&L fuses are getting a bit hot, which they do, which is why I want to replace it. But yeah, everything seems to be running okay, and nothing has shorted out or started on fire, so we'll call it a win for now. With us being able to charge a whole lot higher amperage with our new generator, and with these bigger batteries able to take a whole lot more charge, we can charge for a higher rate for longer. And it turns out these bars, I think they're brass and not copper, and they also are smaller. Doing some math, they're smaller volume of metal than it should have. So even if it was a more conductive metal like copper, it should be bigger than these suckers are. I think these things are only about 1/8 inch. And so these, when we were charging it for a higher amperage for longer, they were getting super hot, which is not what you wanted about. They'll get warm, but they shouldn't get super hot. And these were getting super hot, and so it's the resistance on the material doesn't charge the batteries evenly or dry evenly, and all that heat is power that you're losing. So whenever we have power going in and charging the batteries, or whenever we're using things, especially higher amperage things like a microwave, we're having an energy tax where we're wasting some of the energy that we're using. So I'm going to do change out the bus bars. I went through different options and different costs to figure out if doing bars like I have like this would be better, or if doing wiring, making new wires and stuff and running that to a smaller bus bar would work better. And to do those with a tin marine copper, to do ideally I'd have a 52-inch bus bar, and to run 2 bus bars that are that size in tin copper, it's expensive. So looking at other options, aluminum is more conductive than brass. It's not quite as conductive as copper, but it's a fair bit more than brass, and it's a lot cheaper than tin copper. And so I'm planning on making my own bus bars out of aluminum and having it a heavier volume. I'm using about twice as thick of aluminum as I would need if I was using copper, but it's costing me a quarter of the price to do twice as much aluminum than it would cost to do the tin copper. Working on bending my aluminum channels here. We'll see how this works. Well, that's a sturdier aluminum channel. Maybe I'm not going to bend that thing. Well, I tried to score the other one with a Dremel, and then see if I could bend it kind of at the crease, and it didn't really bend, it just snapped. So I guess I'm just snapping them and then bolting them back together. They're bolt together anyway. Figure that extra joint at the end may help conductivity. So I got our finished bus bars here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the old bus bars out and install the new bus bars. Alright, bus bar is all installed. And running nice and cool, charging at 210 amps at the moment, and everything is nice and cool.
We're going Charleston!
Going towards warmer weather, warmer water.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!